All right, this is Sam's Roadside Service, self-described as the fastest roadside guy alive. Just had, one of the things that happens with this is the way calls come in, they never just come in one every 15 or 20 minutes. You either got one or you got a bunch. I just had 4 calls come in within like 5 minutes of each other, and I just wanted to see how we were gonna do this. I got my drivers down, I'm on my own. It's 10:50 a.m. I put an hour on all 4 of those calls. So I got 4 calls that need to be done by like 11:45. We'll see how close to that we can come. All right, so it looks like I'm about 15 minutes on the map away from this first call. What I'm gonna do after I hang up with this video is I'm gonna call the customer, verify location, and I'm gonna give them a good ETA and make sure they're ready to go when I get there. See you in a minute. All right, just got off the phone with the customer. Turns out this is actually 2 services. They sent 2 POs for 1 address, so I got 2 services at 1 call, so I really got 3 stops to make, not 4, which is gonna help things a little bit, but it looks like, from what I can tell, they're spread out. So we'll just have to see how this goes. You know, I'm just thinking here, the reason you wanna be fast on scene, and let's say spend 2, 3, 5 minutes on scene instead of, you know, 5, 10, 15 minutes on scene. You're probably, I average about, I don't know, 20 minutes en route to each call. And when you have 3 or 4 calls, people have a tendency to think they're gonna make up their ETAs by driving fast or being aggressive, you know, and just over driving. That's not where you wanna make up your ETAs. Everybody has to deal with traffic and travel. Where you can really gain an advantage is efficiency on scene. Pull up the paperwork, get in, get out directly and correctly. I had to make that last video because, to tell you the truth, I missed an exit because I was making a video and I added like maybe 3 minutes to this first call. It's already 11:03 and I'm not even to the first call yet. So we're just gonna get there safely and then we're gonna get them going. All right, 11:06, just arrived on scene. One thing to note is I always back into the driveway because I want to be able to get out of here. And you're not always focused when you start to pull away. You're looking at your next call or whatever. So I back in so I can drive straight out. All right, let's get out. All right, that was the worst. It's 11:12. Took her a minute to come outside, and then it was a lockout and a jump start on a Volvo, and then I had to talk to her for a few minutes about her battery being the original battery and 6, 7 years old, and you know that whole drill. So I had to make her comfortable before I left. So it took a little extra time, but I'm headed to the next call. I will talk to you in a minute. All right, yeah, this hurts. Just mapped out the next call. It looks like I'm, 28 minutes from it. That's gonna put me there right at 11:45. So my last call will definitely bust. We just don't know how long yet. That's no bueno. But 1, it's a pandemic, and 2, just, can't control everything. Doesn't always work out. See you in a minute. Oh, next step is to call the customer, verify location, give them an ETA, and then get there. Yeah, that calling the customer when you're en route and verifying the location and not going to the wrong address is part of the customer service process. The goal is to end up with an excellent service review, 5 stars or whatever. You're always gonna ask for that at the end of the call because you just made them happy. Hey, they're gonna call you. If you have time, the good reviews help me a lot, right? So you wanna say that at the end of the call. Before that though, you gotta plant seeds. You gotta call them, let them know you're professional. Hey, I'm gonna verify your address. I'm gonna get to you in, in this case, 25 minutes. We're gonna get there and get you going. So you do that, you set it up for success, and then you get there and you get them going because you're ready, you're prepared. All right, here we go. Yeah, another concept I'm not sure everybody gets is you only get paid for the service, completing the service. So the faster you get in and out of the service, pull up the paperwork, the higher your net rate is. So, these 20 and 30 minute drives in the car or truck on the way to the call, that's actually your time if you're a contractor for somebody. So, dude, you can listen to audiobooks, you can talk on the phone with your girlfriend, you can do whatever you want on the way to the call. It's the only thing that matters is your time on scene because that's where your money's at. From start to finish of the call, that's how you make money, not driving there. Driving there is just something you have to do to get paid. See you in a minute. 11:31. All right, one nice little trick. I know you already updated your customer. You let them know you're about 20 minutes away or whatever. But if you know they're an apartment complex or it's a little old lady for sure or something, somebody that's going to be slow, when you get about 2-3 minutes away, you just give them another call, say, hey, I'm getting ready to pull in. I'll be there in about 1 or 2 minutes. Why don't you meet me by your car? I'm in a black truck with lights on it. I'll see you real soon. And they will. They'll be there usually. And that'll save you. That could save you 1, 2, 3 minutes sometimes. When time is of the essence, that's a win. All right, backing into the driveway right now. Looks like the customer's already got their hood popped, so that's great. And then I'm gonna try to shoot a video doing this service. It's probably gonna suck. We'll see how it goes. All right, customer doesn't mind if I shoot a video, so show you my procedure here. You get your gloves on, have a nice truck, keep the jumper pack charged up with a plug. It's nice to have. Come over here. It's nice the customer had the hood up, so I don't really have to do anything with that. Red to red. Find a nice ground for black. Yep, looks like it's drained. Give it a try. If it starts, leave it running. Not doing anything? Try a different ground here. Try it now. Try it again. All right, gonna have to focus here. All right, that was another toughie. Is a push button, and sometimes sometimes the key fob's dead or whatever, and you have to put the key fob next to the start button. So about, 45 seconds in, 3 or 4 times letting him try it, I just hopped in and touched the key fob to the start button, and it started. I mean, it was a dead battery. Maybe his key fob's going bad. It's about a 5-6-year-old truck. So that call's complete. Again, that one took a little longer than you want, but I'm still in and out of there in just a few minutes, which is what you're trying to do. Got to figure out where my next call is and get pointed at it. I will get right back on. All right. Just looked at my next call, hit the en route button, mapped it out. Looks like I'm about 18 minutes from it, so we're definitely going to be late. So when you know you're going to want to be late, you want to call the customer, let them know, hey, I had a service delay, running a little bit behind, headed to you right now. I'm about 18 minutes away on the map. I'll see you soon. And then you want to call the motor club and update them that you're going to be late as well. So I'm going to do that, and then I will see you in a few minutes. All right, so went into my Towbook app, and looks like there's no customer phone number either in the main page or in the notes. So call the motor club, let them know I'm running just a little late, see if they have some contact information, and take it from there. That last call I just did was so far out there, I never had a chance with meeting the ETA. But you can't figure out where every call's at and where your ETAs are actually going to be when they're all coming in at the same time. If you're en route, whatever, you could do some math, but you can't look at every single map location and get real accurate every time. So what you do is you just give the best number you can, and you just do the best you can. That's what we're doing. See you in a minute. All right, called the motor club. Let them know I'm running let them know I'm running late, and that'll be there in about 10 minutes. And then they did have good contact info for the customer, so I got a hold of him and let him know I'd be there in about 10 minutes, and that's what we're gonna do. About to pull up to this tire change. It's an Audi A7. These cars usually have those caps over the lug nuts. They're a pain in the they're a little tougher to remove. You got to pry them off or whatever with a screwdriver. They make this cool little lever tool that nobody ever has, but you just slide it in and kind of pinch it and pull it off. But nobody ever has that. But we're gonna pull up here and see if we can get them going. It's 12:02, so we are 17 minutes late or something. But all right, I'll be back. All right, finally found them. Backing into the driveway right now. I'm gonna get my tools as close to this tire as I can, and we're gonna knock this out as smoothly as possible. Here we go. All right, we're here, got the pandemic mask on. I'm gonna just kind of set this camera up and see if we can do this. That's not perfect, but let's go. Video got interrupted by a phone call. Interrupted by a phone call again. Got the compressor going. Make sure the spare's full. They just have this tool, so you're just better off using a screwdriver. Yeah, not too bad. Definitely no record.
Here, hang on a second. Go right in where that old tire was? Or?
Not usually. There's a chance it might fit, but I wouldn't count on it. Here's caps for your lug nuts. They'll go back on when they fix your tire. Alright. That's it, buddy.
Anything else?
No, we're not doing any signing right now.
Okay.
They'll just call you or text you to make sure I got you going.
Okay.
If you have time, good reviews are helping me a lot.
Sure.
So
What's the name of your service?
it's Sam's Roadside.
Roadside. Okay.
I'm gonna give
Just
you a card.
Go online and do it?
They usually text you or,
Okay.
or call for a survey. Let me give you a card, just so you know who I am. I don't know how long that took yet. I will figure it out, but that took a minute. Those caps are just a pain, especially on that model. Those caps are so far in there, it's just hard to get any leverage on them. Basically, you break them taking them off or whatever. It's always scuffing the wheel. No easy way to do it unless you got it's like a pincher, like a tongs or whatever. Slides in and you grab it and pull it out. That's the right tool for those. Anyway, I had 2 more calls coming in the last few minutes, so I got to figure out what I'm doing, and then we're just going to keep it pushing. I'm still on my own, no drivers up, so got to get this rolling. All right, this is great when this happens. I got 2 calls in the same general area. Don't got to sweat the ETAs, just got to get to the first one safely. Both of them are jump starts, so pretty happy about that. Nice and easy. Headed to a call about 15-18 minutes away. You know the drill by now. I am gonna call the customer, verify location, and update them with an ETA. At Audi, the last video in this little story, this little series. You don't need to, we don't need to be doing this all day. I just wanted to give you a general idea of what it feels like, when all the calls come in at one time, and show you why you want to be as smooth and as fast and as little time on scene as possible. I'm gonna make one more video showing you basically the numbers. How long we drove, how long we were on scene. I might even throw in, what we made in dollars, maybe. Anyway, that'll be next once I slow down and have a few minutes. All right, good news. That Audi we were 17 minutes late for, that guy actually gave us 5 stars across the board on that call, so it looks like our customer service program worked exactly as designed. We called him when we were en route, let him know we were gonna be late. We got there, we got him going. It was a little bit of a tougher call. I think it took almost 15 minutes, but he thought it was fast. He even commented, hey, that was fast. So that was a good thing. 5 stars, even when you're late. That's how we do it. All right, so the total time on that, you were looking at 87 minutes from when I first started making that first video. And we spent 64 minutes driving. So a total on-scene time of 23 minutes for 4 service calls. All right, so that is 5.75 minutes per call, which it could be right. You really need a bigger sample. You get 1,000 calls or 100 calls or 1,000 calls. You probably have a better idea what your actual, and I call it, it depends when you start the clock. Man, I call it pull up to paperwork. You put your car in park, you mark yourself on scene, you get your paper signed, you drive away. Pull up to paperwork, give it a name, that's the name. So 5 minutes, 5 3/4 minutes per call on that little series right there. I'm not really gonna get into the dollar numbers with you on that in this video. I will make another video covering that because it's a lot of math and a lot of explaining. So that's it for this one. Take care, see you next time. I am the fastest roadside guy alive until proven otherwise. Talk to you soon.